FP Felix Memorial National High School, Cainta. So reminder lamang sa ating mga ka-schoolmates, ang debate na ito ay hindi para mag-away, so huwag kayong mag-away guys, at para ito ay magkaintindihan tayong lahat. So let's keep it respectful and open-minded. At syempre, para sa fairness, narito ang rules at mechanics ng ating debate.
May dalawang teams na maglalaban, ang Team Pro at Team Con, na may tig-tatlong miyembro. Ang team leaders ang unang sasalang sa ating debate. Para sa bawat tanong, may 3 rounds or lives ang bawat isa na may 30 seconds per speaker per round. Kapag sobrang intense at walang gustong magpatalo, we activate the bonus round. 1 minute and 30 seconds yan na free flow discussion. Meaning, bahala na magsagutan ang magkabilang panig. Pero kung halimbawa, hindi na makarebat ang naunang debater, pwede siyang mag-buzz para palitan ng ibang team member. Ito ang twist. Bilang mga host, may kapangyarihan kaming mag-buzz sa gitna ng laban. Kung medyo off, boring, o hindi kami satisfied sa sagot ng sinumang debater, we can buzz you out at papalitan ng ibang team member. Kaya make sure na hindi lang matalino ang sagot nyo. Dapat klaro, direkta, at convincing. Bring your best arguments.
Alright! Ready na ba kayo, debaters? Okay, game na. So simulan na natin sa ating main motion, or rather our main question. Should the government regulate social media use among teenagers? Okay. Para sa ating unang katanungan, in line with that main motion, simulan natin sa ating first guide question. Dapat bang magtakda ang gobyerno ng oras o age limit sa paggamit ng social media? For example, yung nabanggit natin about Australia limiting it under 16 years old. Anong edad ba sa tingin ninyo ang realistic para sa Pilipinas? Simulan natin, Glor.
We firmly believe that the government should regulate the use of social media. Social media has a powerful impact on today's world. It has turned into a space for misinformation, cyberbullying.
Alright, okay. So, para sa unang argumento, Yana, anong masasabi mo doon?
We are the opposing team and we believe that the government regulating the social media use to teenagers is not the right approach. We argue that the government intervention will do more negative than positive effects. And I think that, by your question, I think that it shouldn't be the government who yung magtatakda. It's supposed to be the parents, and it's their child and their responsibility.
Sige, go!
Well, regulation doesn't mean taking away their rights, and also it doesn't solely fall onto the parents, because the parents might not have the enough knowledge, and they cannot have hindi
mga
nila
magulang.
mababantayan 24/7 yung mga anak nila sa isang platform that is 24/7 going.
Alright. Sige, is that the end of your turn? Okay? Masasabi mo doon, Yana?
It's like yung government is nag-step up na dapat ang magulang ang gumagawa, and hindi naman dahil lang yon sa pwede namang matutunan ng parents yon, and there are parental controls, and sila pa rin naman ang nagtatakda ng mga apps and usage ng mga children nila and teenagers. So why would the
Well, as I said, it doesn't mean that 24/7 mababantayan nila yung mga anak nila, because this platform are so wide that anyone have the access to anything. That's why the government should interfere in this matter, because it is not enough the parents' guidance and also the influence that is having to their development. And just like we have laws in drinking and smoking, we also need protection in digital world.
It's not like the teenagers will use their social media 24/7. They also have, the parents could limit them and bantayan sila sa mga apps nila. Yes, hindi natin may iwasan ng misinformation for them. So, we could do programs like mag-base tayo sa previous law na na-implement ng China, which is the influencer in there it has need to have.
Alright, sige. Balikan lang natin ulit yung parameters ng question, no? So, binanggit kanina na si Australia ay nagtakda na 16 years old and below ay lilimitahan ng social media usage. Tingin nyo yung edad ba na yon is realistic for the Philippines? That's on your last round. Go, Glor.
Yes, it is realistic because teenagers are still in their vulnerable years. So they need guidance, not just from their parents, but also the government. Because in the digital world that we have access to anything, it has an immense influence on us, on our behavior, and our development.
It's a no for me because government should just support the parents, not just take the responsibility of them. And social media could be used as a tool for education. And 16 years old below, I think they need it. Because as you said, hindi sila masyado nababantayan ng parents sila. At, I think di rin naman sila matuturuan 24/7 if they needed help. So social media they could really use the social media for this.
Okay, wait lang. Gusto ko ng palit ng mga debaters. Palitan natin. Glor and Yana, please have someone take over your seats. Salamat. Alright. From the jump-off point ng inyong mga leaders kanina, punta tayo sa second na katanungan. Hindi ba ito paglabag sa karapatang pantao, lalo na sa freedom of expression ng kabataan kung, in your case, lilimitahan siya ng mga ng government other than just the parents, and in your case, lilimitahan siya ng mga magulang? Is that not a fine line of violation in freedom of expression? Andy?
No, because freedom doesn't need limitation. I mean, yung regulation, hindi naman siya ililimit ng freedom of expression natin. It's only to protect us. That's why we need regulation. And we all know na...
Why? Why do you need protection?
Because there are cases in social media like cyberbullying, exploitations, and misinformations na sobrang pwede nating makuha because especially young users na nag-grow pa lang.
Okay. What would you have to say to that, Gia?
If kung pag-uusapan natin ang yung regulations, pwede siyang mag-limit ng freedom nila and personal responsibility. Katulad nung nangyari sa China na nag-implement sila ng isang rule na ang mga influencer is hindi sila pwedeng makapag-post ng mga sensitive topic if wala silang university degree. Bakit hindi na lang din tayo mag-implement sa Pilipinas ng ganong program para makatulong sa ating mga teenagers and parents?
Pero like, hindi naman same ng culture yung China and Philippines. So it doesn't mean na magiging successful yon pag ginawa yun sa Philippines. Kasi nga, hindi naman tayo same.
I'm not saying na same dapat yung ano. Ang pinopoint ko po dito is dapat gumawa ng program ang government na magtuturo sa atin kung paano ang tamang paggamit and kung paano ito makakaapekto o makakasama sa atin.
Sige, wait lang. Bigyan natin ng mas balanse, no? Paano mo babalansehin yung regulation or protection towards the users and freedom? How do we strike a balance with those two? Protection and freedom.
Kaya naman siya maging balase yung protection and freedom by not limiting yung mga teenagers, wag i-limit yung mga freedom of expression nila. Kasi like I said, protection nga lang. Hindi naman kailangan pag protection, lilimatahan mo na yung mga ginagawa o sinasabi ng teenagers sa social media. Kasi protection, it comes in different ways. Hindi lang limitations. Merong, pwedeng
Balikan natin yan, Gia.
regulation means nga na kokontrolin at lilimitahin. Paano nila mafe-feel na safe sila kung kinokontrol tayo ng government? Hindi naman natin pwedeng sabihin na wala.
Is that the end of your turn? Okay. Gusto ko ng palit. Palit ulit. Andy, stay. Gia, palit. Jack. Balikan natin yung sinabi nyo kanina. Kailangan natin ng balanse sa proteksyon at kalayaan. Paano nyo yun gagawin? Jack, how would you do it?
For me, pwede natin siya mabalanse sa pamamagitan ng pagkakaroon ng tamang kaalaman sa pamamagitan ng edukasyon sa paaralan at government programs such as Project Leak, tapos Gap Meal, kung saan tinuturuan nila ang mga bata at mga parents rin nila kung saan pwede rin nilang turuan yung kanilang anak kung paano gumamit ng social media tapos habang napoproteksyonan ng sarili nila.
Right, okay. Social media education. Ano masasabi mo doon, Andy?
But education is not enough. Paano kung yung bata is naturuan nga wisely, pero hindi naman natin maiiwasan yung mga misinformation sa social media na doon dapat mag-step up yung government. Yun dapat ang i-regulate nila, yung mga cyberbullying, misinformation. Though, may education nga, yung mabibigyan nga ng education yung mga gumagamit ng social media, pero hindi nga natin maiiwasan yung mga cyberbullying, misinformation, and exploitations.
So sinasabi natin na kumakalat ang fake news, mental health issues, cyberbullying on social media. How do you think your or the current government's proposition or the current stand ng gobyerno ngayon kung ilalabas or ipapanukala ito as a bylaw in our country, paano nyo matutulungan i-eradicate yung mga ganong instances? And in your case, nung sinasabi mo nga na you can strike a balance between protection and freedom, paano siya gagawin ng inyong punto sa inyong team? Paano siya mangyayari na ma-eradicate mo because you're not limiting the type of content or at least not the type of users that you have on your platforms? Andy?
Like I said earlier, protection. Ang team namin, yung regulation for us is not limiting protection. Protection lang yon. And magagawa yung protection na yon sa pagbabawas ng mga misinformation, scammers, and cyberbullying.
How? Sorry, I need to know how.
Magagawa natin yon sa paraang pag-regulate.
Okay? I need to hear more, Jack.
Para sa akin, hindi lang naman sa pag-regulate ng gobyerno yun. Pwede rin naman sa mismong social media platform, pwede rin nila maprotektahan ng mga users at pwede rin naman sa mga magulang nila kasi nga sila may nakakakita rin sila ng mga ganyong instances sa social media kasi pare-parehas naman tayo, lahat tayong gumagamit ng social media.
Andy, last round.
Actually, doon sa sinabi mo na yun nga yung social media, pwede namang mismong company nila. Actually, yung government dapat yung mag-handle doon kasi sila yung may power eh. Sila yung may kapangyarihan. And in terms of sa parents na i-handle nila yung child nila, other parents doesn't have the education or even experience sa social media. Katulad ng example of that is my 55-year-old uncle and 16-year-old and his 16-year-old daughter.
Base sa sinabi mo kanina,
natin yun.
what I said kanina po, meron po tayong government programs na kung saan pwede nilang turuan ng mga matatanda upang turuan kang kanilang anak. Gap Meal po, tapos yung Project Leak, kung saan tinutulungan nila ang mga matatanda upang turuan ng kanilang anak. Kasi nga, sabi mo nga kanina, kulang sila sa kaalaman. Kaya nga nagpo-provide ng ang gobyerno ng government programs upang turuan nila ang matatanda upang ang gabayan ang kanilang mga anak.
Free flow, okay. I think Andy and Jack, you're a good match. Sige, simulan natin. Andy, ano masasabi mo doon?
Bakit di na lang regulation agad sa mga bata? Bakit kailangan ipunta pa sa parents? Bakit kailangan pa yung parents yung mag-guide or magtuturo sa mga children when the government can already regulate it sa teenagers?
Kasi nga, para sa akin, ang parents ang pinakamagaling na teachers kasi nga, mas kilala nila ang bata na inaalagaan nila. Kasi alam nila ang dapat para sa kanilang anak kasi nga,
Yes, pero sa
kilala
tingin
nila
mo ba
yun.
lahat ng parents is sasali sa program na to?
Oo, kasi nga para sa kanilang anak nila yun kasi para sa nakakabuti ng kanilang anak yun.
Eh bakit hindi na lang sila mag-research mismo? Bakit kailangan pa ng program, di ba?
Kasi nga, sabi mo nga kanina, kulang nga sila sa kaalaman. Kaya nga magpo-provide na
So
lang yung
hindi
gobyerno.
lahat ng parents is interested na sa mga programs na to kasi they could do their own research pero hindi nila ginagawa, naghihintay pa ng program, di ba? So, pwede na yung regulation sa teenagers na, sa social media teenagers na agad yun, i-regulate.
Kaya nga, kasi nga, di nga kasi aware yung mga magulang. Kaya nga mismo yung gobyerno na yung pupunta sa kanila. Kasi nga, minsan, ang mga magulang ay hindi sila aware sa mga dangers of social media.
Ayun nga,
sila
kaya
na nga
pwede
mismo-
namang yung regulation, pwede namang agad sa teenagers ibigay. Pwede namang agad sa social
Kaso
media.
nga
among
malilimitahan nga
teenagers.
nila yung paggamit natin ng social media. Kung saan, yung freedom of expression nga natin. Di ba nakakatulong ang social media sa pag-express ng ating sarili, pagbibigay ng opinion ng sa ating sarili.
Alright, sige. Jack and Gia, gusto ko palit. Iba ulit. Jack and Andy, bigyan mo ko ng ibang perspective. But so far, that's good. Jack and Andy. So coming from the binanggit ng inyong mga team members kanina, sinasabi nila na kapag meron kayong programa sa gobyerno ay magiging epektibo ito. Can you prove to me na effective siya and what will be the guardrails to make it effective? In your case, dahil sinasabi natin na ang mga magulang, bakit kailangan magulang ang magkaroon ng sole responsibility dito? How do you think can it be more effective to reduce those kinds of issues on social media usage? Sinasabi nyo, cyberbullying, fake news, at saka, mental health issues or even addiction. Anong sabi natin doon, Stella?
Ang masasabi ko po doon is mas effective po kung ang gobyerno po ang mag-regulate since para sa bansa po natin, ang parents po natin is, according to studies, is wala pong time usually. Ang schedule nila is nakaayan po sa mga work nila. Kaya pag ang gobyerno po ang pinaalin natin sa regulation, mas whole po siya, magiging mas effective po siya.
Okay. Yana.
Hindi ba masyadong mabigat yung regulation? Pwede naman as my teammate said, pwede tayong gumawa ng programs na hindi siya masyadong mabigat, na wala masyadong changes, na hindi masyadong ma-overwhelm yung mga magulang. Kasi for me, if na-implement ang regulating is masyadong nakaka-overwhelm and nawawala ng responsibility. Parang inaako ng government ang responsibility ng parents.
Hindi naman po sa inaako ng gobyerno agad ang responsibility. Sa pag-regulate, the government can take small steps such as limiting curfews. Example nga, yung China, may limit sila sa curfews at may limit sila sa kung hanggang anong time pwede gumamit ng social media ang bata. At according to studies, sa pag-implement po nila nito, nakakabawas po ang mga masasamang epekto katulad ng cyberbullying, misinformation.
Alright. Sige, dagdagan natin yung tanong ninyo. Since you are now more on the responsibilities ng ng regulator at siguro ng gobyerno sa usaping ito. So, kung meron tayong mga minors na merong career in social media online, dapat ba silang i-exempt or dapat ba ipareho lang sila? In your case, Stella, parang dapat subjected din sila dun sa curfew na yon. And in your case, Yana, dapat ba silang i-exempt or dapat ba may special treatment tayo para sa mga ganitong minors na may career on social media? Yana?
For me, that's why hindi dapat i-regulate kasi bakit ka mag-e-exempt? Hindi ba masyado natin silang binibigyan ng special treatment na magiging unfair sa iba, na it may cause gulo sa atin, lalo na sa Pilipinas because of the special treatment. And for me, yung sa curfew, magulang naman usually ang nagbibigay nun. And
Okay, balikan natin yon, Yana. Stella?
So, masasabi ko po doon is, hindi naman sa i-exempt agad. Like I said earlier, the government can take small steps towards para improve ang relationship ng social media sa ating youth. Hindi naman sa ine-exempt sa curfew. Kung may career po sila sa social media, hindi naman po sa linilimitan or ina-restrict ang kanilang career dun sa social media. Kumbaga,
but regulating means lilimitahan mo ang gamit nila ng social media. So, it will parang parang nililimitahan mo yung knowledge na makukuha nila and yung step nila sa career nila by limiting the use of social media for them.
Kung ikaw ay isang social media career influencer online, paano mo i-apply yung sinabi ninyo na, for example, yung ginagawa ng China? Do you think that would be effective?
Ang tinatarget ko po sa sine-implement ng China is para mabawasan ang overuse. And like you said, regulate actually means to maintain or supervise. It doesn't necessarily automatically mean to restrict or to ban or to censorship.
You're still saying na hindi parang hindi naman sila nililimitahan. But if na-implement ang regulating social media to teenagers, mas nililimitahan nga sila sa paggamit nito at may mga possible na apps and websites na hindi na nila ma-open because of that law. And I think na sa culture nga, 'di ba? Magkaiba ang culture ng Pilipinas and China. So it doesn't really mean
Hindi
na
naman sa-
if ma-apply sa kanila is kayang ma-apply rin sa atin.
Kahit na ibang kultura, hindi lang naman ang China ang nag-i-implement ng ganong laws. May Singapore, may Australia, may USA, may iba't ibang silang laws at iba't ibang paraan, approach sa pag-regulate ng social media. At sabi ko nga ba, mas effective ang pag-regulate ng government ng social media dito sa ating bansa.
Alright, sige. Meron tayong next question. Sige, palit muna tayo ulit, Stella and Yana. Alright, so for our last question, let's build on whatever the entire team has been saying since the start. So, paalalahanan lang kita ulit, yung mga team leaders natin. Ano nga ba yung position ninyo, no? So, kailangan bumalik tayo doon sa ating diskusyon. So, kung ikaw ay isang policy maker, anong klase ng regulasyon ang ipapatupad mo to lower these cases of cyberbullying, mental health issues, and even fake news propagation in social media, lalo na dahil susceptible siya sa mga minors? Glor.
I will make a curfew, of course, because as I said earlier, we have an access to everything. And that's when it comes addictive, because social media is designed to be addictive. That's why the teenagers have an immense influence in them, because they can watch anything in social media, so it will influence them and their.
Alright, thanks, Glor. Gia, ano masasabi mo doon?
Kung magpapatupad po ako ng law, siguro yung yung mga pinopost ng ibang tao na hindi kaaya-aya sa mga teenagers ngayon. Kasi hindi siya maganda kasi pwede nating magawa or makuha ng bad information ang mga teenagers sa mga post. Kaya mas maganda if kung mag-i-implement sila ng law na patungkol sa pagdi-delete or restriction sa mga sensitive posts ng influencers.
Alright, sige, dagdagan lang natin ang extra layer. Could it be a time limit, in your case, curfew on your part, parang censorship?
Yes.
Tama ba? Parental consent or age verification. Paano siya ma-implement in Philippine setting? Tandaan natin na hindi to ibang bansa, Pilipinas to. How do you think that can be implemented here in the Philippines? Glor.
We can implement this by taking, as my teammate said, we can take a few small steps by just the curfew. We can start by, like, the social media can start from 6 a.m. and it will shut down at 9 p.m. because we believe that social media is designed with algorithms, and this algorithms is designed to be addictive. So the social media so the teenagers won't notice that they are already hooked to the social media and they are already absorbing.
Alright, Gia?
It can be helped by social media companies. If they see na parang hindi maganda tong post na to, pwede naman nilang parang i-delete, katulad ng mga nangyayari sa TikTok na kapag hindi R18 or harmful comments yung mga sinasabi, dinidelete yun mismo ng TikTok. And pwedeng magtulungan ang government and ang social media companies.
Alright.
So as
Glor?
you said that it's the company's job, well, that's already the case right now, and there are still a lot of harmful contents. Hindi siya napapatupad. So in regulation, mas mahigpit dito eh. So wala nang makakalagpas katulad ng mga harmful speech and videos. Katulad na lang ng nangyari in 2019, a tragic example that happened, a massacre, and it was live streamed in Facebook for 17 minutes, and there were 51 people killed.
Okay. What?
Sa'yo na mismo nang galing na mas mahigpit. It means kapag ka pinatupad natin yung regulation na yan dito sa Pilipinas, paano naman yung mga social influencer na nag-raise ng awareness tungkol sa mga sensitive topics na patungkol sa mga mental health. Merong pwede silang ma-flag or ma-delete na because they just misunderstood yung topic na.
May masasabi ka doon?
Yes, mahigpit nga siya, pero we are not taking aware their rights. As I said, we have access on everything, and this everything is, we are taking advantage. Well, I'm not saying all of us, but mostly we are taking advantage, and the company's job is hindi siya napapatupad ng maayos. Kumbaga, marami pa rin nakakalusot na harmful contents, and in regulation, mas malilimit, but we are not still taking aware their rights. We are just limiting them for their protection. Kasi hindi enough yung ginagawang protection ng mga companies, ng mga apps, just like Facebook. Hindi na-filter out yung comments. And yung comments na yun, it can highly affect people's mental health if they saw this. Kasi hindi naman at least na-delete na siya after, let's say, 24 hours na-delete na siya. Pero the effect on the people that has read it.
Okay. Hindi siya basta-basta nade-delete. Pero pwedeng naman na, as my team had said, doon tayo papasok ulit sa program. Natuturuan ng mga bawat teenagers patungkol
Program, but education is not enough. Education will
Wait,
not
education
stop.
is not
Education will not stop the misinformation, the fake news that are going. So it is not enough.
So you're saying
We
that
can
government will stop the
as my
misinformation
teammate
in our
said, we can
country?
balance this. We can regulate and educate the people, because even the most smartest and responsible student, they can still be harmed by the digital world.
We should consider that the parents ang dapat nagtuturo sa mga
As we said
kabataan.
earlier,
Hindi naman kasi
it's
government.
not will solely.
Alright. Daming punto na ng ating mga debaters for today. So, pero syempre, hindi pa yan tapos, no? Schoolmates, sa ating pagbabalik, maririnig naman natin yung opinion ng ating mga audience and of course, ng ating social media users kung ano nga ba ang tama or hindi dapat with regards to social media usage below 16 years old or in this case ng mga minors, no? So malalaman din natin mamaya sino nga ba ang best speaker sa episode na to. So sana ready kayo, debaters. Maraming salamat muli at dito lamang yan sa Schoolmates.